and here we go for another week. So exciting stuff's been happening over the last week. We've found and posted all of the top kittens, yay! And we've found all of the Jeremy Fishers, yay! And we haven't posted all of the Ben Bunnies. We found all of the Ben Bunnies, yay! But we haven't posted them all yet. And that's because there was a stack of labels like that for Ben Bunny. And we've done, today is the third day of non-stop posting for Ben Bunny. That's how many there was. So, and part of that was because of the old, the cock up. I did make a video of it further down the list, in the list of videos regarding the Ben Bunny. It's because we bought some coins off a wholesaler and he told us it was Ben Bunny. And they wasn't, and then we advertised them on eBay and got like millions of sales, not millions, but you know, loads of sales, and then we found out that what we bought wasn't Ben Bunny. But most of those people were happy to wait, and they left it with us, and we've sorted it. Now, just to be clear, the people that bought it from the original listing on eBay are the ones that we said we'll give you one free. Just to be clear, because there are some people that are going, oh, but you're giving a free Ben Bunny, you know, why haven't I got one? And it's, and I'm trying to explain, no, we didn't say we give everybody that bought a Ben Bunny a free one. What we said was that we would give all of the people that bought on that cock up on eBay a free Ben Bunny. So you should have. Now, what day is it today? Wednesday. It's Wednesday the... Silly, I should have looked at the date before I even started the video, shouldn't I? It's a bit daft. Wednesday the 20th of June. So, by this weekend, everybody should have their Ben Bunnies. Certainly by next week, every single one of you will have had your Ben Bunny Tom Kitten Jeremy Fisher. There will be none of those outstanding at all. If you haven't received yours yet, don't email in just yet and say I haven't received my coin. Let's just give it a few days. We probably put 1,000, 2,000 in a post. So just leave it a few days and let's see what happens. If you don't get your coin, obviously you're not going to not get your coin. We guarantee every delivery anyway. So. But if you haven't received one, just leave it a little bit, and you'll get it. So so we're up to date now on the Beatrix Potter for 2017. I'm also getting emails asking me what's happening about the Paddington, what's happening about the Beatrix Potter 2018, etc. And my view on that is just wait, just hold off. Don't expect it yet because it's not been released. Now I do get emails that say, I've heard the coin is released, when am I getting my coin? And I've had probably 50 emails in the last week regarding Paddington Bear, or last few days I should say. And I have to keep saying to people, no, it's not been released. Most of the emails I get say something along the lines of, I see Paddington Bear has been released, when am I getting my coin? And I have to email back and say, no, it hasn't been released. Where did you hear that? And when the backwards and forwards between the emails goes on, eventually what I find out is they're referring to something that the Royal Mint has said, or they're referring to something Change Checker has said, and what it is actually referring to is it's always referring to bunts, coins, silver proofs and gold proofs. Every single time, and I mean every single time, without fail, when the Royal Mint or Change Checker or Westminster Collection say this coin has been released, what they're referring to is they're referring to the advance packaged coins. Packaged bunces, packaged silver proofs, packaged gold proofs. They are always, and I mean always, referring to that. They never, ever are referring to coins that go to the high street. And that's what we work on, remember. If you're in any doubt whatsoever, go back to the item description and have a look at the item description for the coins that you've bought. as it will tell you. You know, what we give uncirculated customers is we get an uncirculated bag and we take the best coins in the bag and we give them to the uncirculated customers. Coins that ain't quite as good will end up going to the very good condition people, or we're getting the coins out of circulation for the good condition people because they're not buying uncirculated. Even though sometimes they do get uncirculated, but it won't be the best coin in the bag like the uncirculateds will. And the cheap and cheerful, well, they're generally the worst of the bunch anyway. So if there's any marks, any nicks, any extra scratches, and you know, as time goes on, you get green marks, black marks, pen marks, ink marks, whatever on a coin. That's what you get on a cheap and cheerful. That's what you're buying. If you get any better than that, then you should be happy, because what you're contracting is to buy a coin that is marked or defective in some way. However, that said, we've sold probably 10,000 cheap and cheerful coins in total, maybe even 20,000, and not all of them have been, you know, as marked as what you would expect. But that's the chance that you take. And if I haven't got any bad ones and I've over the quantity, then you might end up getting a good one. But you can't buy a cheap cheerful and then have a go at me because you've got one that's marked. That's the point. That is the whole point on that anyway, is that if you get a better coin, you're happier. A to Z 10p's. I haven't really. We've got some. We've got hold of more 10p's, and we've probably sorted through another 1,000, probably another 20 odd thousand in the last week. It's gone down a little bit, the amount that we've been able to sort, or the people that sort for us have been able to sort, and that's only because we've been so busy getting all the orders, the advance orders for the potters in the post. And you can't do too many jobs at once, so we're not any further forward on that. We've collected a few more letters, but we are still missing certain letters, and certain letters like what are they now? T and Z, and is it Y? And there are a few letters where we will pay you 50p a letter, 50p a coin, which will pay you in a voucher. If you offer us a letter that we've got in stock, we've got plenty of in stock, then we'll pay you 30p. If it's one that we need, we'll pay you 50p, and you'll just have to take it as read that we will give you an honest answer if you email in and offer us any 10p's. So you get 3 times your money on the ones that we don't necessarily need that much, and the ones that we do desperately need, you get 5 times your money, but you'll get it in the form of a voucher, as all our purchases are in the form of a voucher. Now, another thing I've got to sort of throw into this week's mix is because of the amount of time that we've actually had to give, and me too, had to give to the dispatching of the Littrix potters that we had. I've had very little time to attack my emails. It's now Wednesday, and I've got over 500 in my inbox. Now that's not, I hasten to add, 500 of you guys emailing me with one question or another. Thankfully, it does include sales and payments and spam and silly questions from idiots on eBay and one thing and another, as well as any questions that you chaps and chapesses might have sent me in. So just bear with me, I will get there. I do have sometimes clear the decks for a couple of days and just sit there writing emails and answering emails and dealing with my inbox. But there are times where I'm just struggling so much I can't do it. So still got a little bit of hay fever. So I will get there. If you've sent me an email, then I will respond. So don't worry about that. If you're cancelling something because you bought it under and you misunderstood, or you bought it by accident, oh, I didn't realise that these hadn't been released yet, I thought they'd been released and so on, I want to cancel, then have a look at the cancellation video first and then get back to me. We don't mind people cancelling, but I might have to get to a point where I start charging because, you know, and maybe charging, I don't know, a 10% cancellation fee or something like that, only because it takes up serious time. And you know, if somebody's bought 6 coins and those coins are not puts us to considerable inconvenience to deal with that cancellation, and we're not getting paid for that. And as you know, the price point on a lot of our stuff is so low, it is really, really low. So it's not like there's enough money in it to warrant working for nothing in that sense. So so it may very well be, I mean, take it that today is me saying cancellations might cost between 5 and 10%. I have to work that out, and it'll be an ongoing thing to work that out. But that's what may happen, because it interferes and it stops us. You know, it stops the people that are genuinely, they buy off us. They you know, I've got hundreds and hundreds of you chaps and chapesses that buy off us. You pay us the money and you just forget about it. You know exactly how we work. You forget about it. You put your feet up, and one day, as soon as we get it, you'll get that through the post. You know this now. A lot of you know this. We've been doing it 5 years. But there are people that come along that are new that don't know it. And then if we have to spend an inordinate amount of time on those, it's stopping us doing the work for you. And you know, you paid us. So anyway, we have to look at that. What else is there to tell you? There are, from what I understand, there are somewhere in the region of thousands of points on our rewards program available for you to go in and earn right now, just by sharing on Facebook and sharing on Twitter, etc. Bear in mind that every now and again the prolific people that do a lot of sharing and a lot of points earning, and therefore they get themselves a lot of free coins. Just bear in mind that I will be coming to you every now and again. It's not because I don't trust you, but I will be coming to you every now and again and saying, okay, can you show me your profile, give me the link to your profile so I can just go in and have a little peruse and see the shares that you've been doing, etc. It's due diligence, that's all it is. It's not from any derogatory point of view. It's just I need to do due diligence, and I need to make sure that, you know, the money's going where it needs to go, and the coins are going where they need to go, and the free gifts are going where they need to go for people that are helping us. It all needs to work. We have had a few people try and manipulate the system, and that's really a shame. And, you know, and therefore they're not going to get the coins that they bought. But and that makes it bad for everybody. So, you know, I have to do due diligence and check every now and again. Okay, what else to tell you? John, he is a lot better now. He's had three treatments, coming up for his fourth one. For the first time in a couple of months now, he managed to walk over here and say hello at the weekend, and was it tomorrow, Thursday? Pardon me, Thursday. I'm hoping that he comes over tomorrow. He's going to take a walk over and say hello to us tomorrow. So have a cup of coffee. So you know, fingers crossed is all we can do in that sense. He's still not well enough to come to work, and he spends all his time at home. But this medication is making a difference, and the medication that he's on is immunotherapy. So thanks very much for your kind words and kind wishes for John. I do pass them on, and he is highly appreciative, believe me. What else do I need to report on and tell you this week? What's going to be your voucher this week? Hear the pond behind me? Let's make it pond. So the word pond in capital letters, that's your voucher code, and it will be for £2.50, and all you have to spend is £2.50. How's that? So you have to spend a minimum of £2.50. You can use your £2.50 voucher. If you've got any questions for me, please send a question. Put question 3 in the subject line, especially if it's a question you'd like me to answer on the video or in the email or whatever. And it'd be nice to sort of get a regular thing like that going. Refer a friend, have a go at referring a friend, get into your reward points, have a look what's in there, check out the advance orders. I've now added bags of 10 for the £2 coins, and I've added bags of 20 for the 50p's, like Paddington, the RAF, and things like that. No, I don't know when they're coming out, but they'll be coming out when they come out. I mean, the Beatrix Potters are a year beyond, let's face it. Any other than that, that's it, I think.